Hey guys, what's going on? Angry Max here, and today we are back with SeetheMP. Now, you're probably looking at me and going, whoa, 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 what is going on here? There have been a lot of small changes in between camera, or in between episodes that have kind of amalgamated a, to be pretty different overall. So first thing you're probably thinking is, you got netherite. That's kind of big. And I actually can show you the clips, the montage of me mining netherite right now. Ah, yes. Next thing you might notice is that I have firework rockets, which might make you think I have an elytra. I don't, but I had an elytra, and I don't remember if I clipped that. If I did, here's the clip now. Oh, well, thank you.
Do you need
I ended up dying in lava in the nether and lost pretty much everything. Luckily, my silk touch pick and my all my netherite stuff survived, along with my bow and a few blocks, ender pearls, rockets, and a very small amount of my food. So the next change you might have noticed is the enchantments. I think I had all this stuff enchanted before, but now I've actually gotten perfect enchants. I think nearly perfect at least. And it was pretty easy. I did Orangey Manipulation to get all these enchants for everything here, pretty much. Um, and I'm gonna show you how to do that later this episode if you don't know how to do that. It's pretty cool, although a little time consuming. Um, and now, probably notice all the different builds and stuff. First of all, we'll get to that later. Um, we set down all the books we got at the end of last episode in the enchantment room. And I have hoppers and stuff here to pick up torches. It kind of has to do with the Orangey Manipulation. So where our anvil is, and chests of stuff, which also is relevant to the Orangey Manipulation, kind of. Um, Decorated this room a bit. Trevor laid out the base pallets for it with the nether brick, the wood and stuff. And I came through and added this window to make it look a little nicer. I put down lanterns instead of torches on the bookshelves. Stuff like that. You're probably, I think we didn't have this path before. There's this path, and then this little, neat little overhang thing. So if you're kind of wondering why there's all these changes and it's not all being clipped, is that stuff like that, and the path, the path doesn't even finish first of all, but I just kind of get an idea and do it spur of the moment and in short little bursts, and I don't really think about recording them. So this was just something I just decided to do. And this, I came back to 2 or 3 times to keep kind of working on it, and I still kind of want to change it. I don't like how it looks up front and how this connects right here and stuff. And stuff like the path, it doesn't even finish over here. And then the animal farm, one last kind of big-ish thing to show is we have villagers. Here we go. We have this librarian who has mending, and it took a really short amount of time to get him. And I just did the villager zombie trick to turn them into a zombie villager to get better prices. And here's the I have a thorns and projectile protection villager. I was hoping this one would lead to an infinite trade, but it's fine for now. So yeah, what I have planned for this episode is to turn this area into something better. Now, the problem with that is the palette I had decided for this was going to have a lot of red nether brick, but when I died in the nether in lava, off camera last episode by the way, and I didn't want to record it because it put me in a pretty bad mood to be honest, but I'm good now. So yeah, I had a bunch of red nether brick on me for that, and then I lost in lava. But I think this is from Jakey, who's actually on the server but AFK. He left me a gift of tons of nether bricks, and of course I have a nether wart farm right over there, so this kind of really is awesome. So yeah, that is the bulk of the changes that have happened. I might have missed a few things, but let's get on with the rest of the episode. Alright, so we are back in the base, and you might notice that I am pulling in a really kind of ugly looking Minecraft window, and that's because I am now going to show you how to do Orangey Manipulation to kind of get the enchants you want. This is not a program I made, it's, I think it's like, open sourced, but mostly, at least the idea is by a dude named Earth Computer. I'll actually link the GitHub to get this. Alright, so what you're going to need is a lot of items like this. Doesn't really matter what the item is, although preferably something that can stack to 64. And you're also going to want torches. And that's pretty important. You're also, assuming you're going to want to do like a level 30 enchant, you're going to want to have at least 2 extra levels over level 30. And you can like kind of chain enchants doing this, so I think you need an extra level plus your it's kind of confusing. I don't really remember it. I usually just like get a ton of levels before doing this. I don't calculate the exact amount of levels I need. But I can just demonstrate how to do it single use, and I'll also link the like image tutorial in the description below so you can see the like more official tutorial to do this. Anyways, let's start it. So the first thing you want to do is enchant a dummy item. So let's do books, for instance. And you just want to throw the book in here, enchant it, level 1, doesn't matter. Throw it in, don't grindstone it. You cannot collect XP from the point you start doing. Like, the second you go from enchanting this book to confirming the enchantment seed, which you'll kind of know about later, you cannot gain any more XP. That will change your enchantment seed. Next, what you're going to want to do is, with 15 bookcases, you can lay them out however you want, I think, but this is the way I lay them out, corners included. Put the book in. You see the levels you have right here. So you come over to this window over here, moving around. You type in the amount of bookcases, type in the exact levels that it says, right there, and then you want to press check down here. And it always takes longest on the first check, and it takes like not exponentially, but it gets shorter and shorter as you keep checking. And after that, you'll notice this all resets, but down here it now says, instead of check, it says possible seeds 25.2 million. What you want to do next is block a bookcase like that. Put a book back in, and then just kind of keep repeating the process. So 14 bookshelves instead, 7, 7, 28, and you just keep doing this. I'm going to cut until I've done it, or until like I'm getting towards the last one. Alright, we're getting right down to the wire. As you see, we only have 2 possible seeds left. I'm at 3 bookcases. So when you get this low, you can just like do that and then break the torch, and that's why I have the hopper just to pick them up automatically for me, so I can just take them out. But yeah, let's see. Now, sometimes, yeah, so this is actually really important. If you are doing it on one bookcase and you don't have like all the enchants, you just ignore that. Don't do 1. Instead, we'll do 2. And hopefully we'll get the seed here. Now, as you keep going, sometimes apparently a lot of seeds are pretty close to each other, so we might not get the seed confirmed. Oh no, we did. Okay, so what do you see? It says XP seed, 0FD, whatever, and that means we kind of have to reset the whole thing. So you want to come down here, press reset, come back to the game, and you want to again enchant a dummy item just once. Remember, do not grindstone that. We'll just throw it in here. And now we want to repeat the process. And you can start from any number of bookcases. So I'm going to just start from 1, for instance. And this time it's 3 enchants. So 1, 1, 5, 4, and that. And you just want to repeat this. And I'll cut to the end of this. Alright, so we just confirmed the second XP seed. So now you see up here, both the seeds, the first seed and the second seed we got are up here. And next, you just want to press calculate seed, and then you'll get a number there. And that's what we do on this specific window. Next, we want to come over to here and select the item we want to enchant. So this diamond sword. So to change, so it just shows like netherite stuff basically right now. To change what it's showing, you just come over here and click on the netherite ingot, which will turn to a diamond. Then you want to come over to the diamond sword, like that, and we can set the enchants. So when you have it on the dash, it just means neutral, so it's like that's an enchant you don't care if you get. What we do want to do though is I'm going to have Bane off, Fire Aspect on, Knockback on, Looting on, Sharpness off. This is going to be a Wither Sword. Smite on, Sweeping on, Unbreaking on. So the thing about this is that this is a very specific thing. As you keep stacking stuff, it sometimes won't work. Let's see if we can find one. No match. Okay. So what we can do is take something off like Fire Aspect. No match. Okay, take Knockback off. No match. Oh, here, let's look. Okay, it was Sweeping Edge that was kind of throwing it off. Let's see if we can maybe turn something else on to get that match going. Okay, there we go. So, next, after you do that, you will get these 3 icons down here. And basically what this tells you, you're going to need 15 bucks. Well, it's going to be the 3rd enchant on the screen, so you know 1, 2, 3. And then what this is how many items you have to throw out. So that might sound a little weird to you, but let's get dirt. So it says 64 times 1, so that means 1 stack plus 33. So let's get just over half a stack. And what you basically want to do is throw them out one by one. You don't want to like control throw them out or like just like drag out the whole stack. You want to throw them out one by one. Now something that I discovered, I forgot existed or didn't know existed, is that you can just hold down Q. And so yeah, you want to just throw all these items out. And this is basically manipulating the seed that's going to happen. After you throw all those items out, you want to enchant one more dummy item. So I actually, okay, you needed 3 levels, oops. 3 levels over. So that puts me at level 29. Let's break that. But now it's fine, because the enchant should be confirmed. So I put the diamond sword in here. You can see the knockback 2 is the enchant. I need to get to level 30 real quick because I undershot the amount of levels I will need, so I will be right back. Okay, I just got the 1 extra level, and now we can actually see if this worked. 2, 3. And look at that, just as I specified. Smite 5, Looting 3, Fire Aspect 2, Unbreaking 3, Knockback 2. So, as we can see, Smite 5, we just put Sleeping on neutral, which is why we probably didn't get it. Unbreaking 3, Knockback 2, Fire Aspect 2. Maybe Fire Aspect. Yeah, Fire Aspect 2. So yeah, that is how I got my enchanted gear. Maybe a little cheaty, but I've also played survival Minecraft and going for perfect enchants enough times that it kind of bores me a little bit to do that. So I don't mind taking the shortcut. You know, it's still within the limits of the game, not like I'm using, a hack or something, because remember, this is a completely external program. It doesn't communicate with Minecraft at all. This is its own thing that some smart people have just figured out how to kind of reverse engineer how the enchanting system works.
Okay, so the next thing I kind of want to talk about is that as the server owner, I am hosting a competition to the other people on the server. And this competition is a competition to see who can build the best shop in the shopping district. There are some rules and criteria which I'll kind of flash on screen now. But there's some materials for the prizes I had to gather, so all these diamonds I went mining for in between episodes. Luckily, I put them in my ender chest and wasn't carrying them on me. We also, part of the winnings will be a lot of wool, because that is a pretty useful building block. We can go see, obviously, we have tons of wool because of the sheep farm. Excuse me. Because of the sheep farm. And the other item that is promised to the first place winner is a shulker puck. So that's something I'm going to have to source, probably in between episodes. I'm not really excited to go end city hunting. Not that I don't have an elytra, because we actually do have a data pack that makes elytras, I wouldn't say easier, but an alternate way of getting all that doesn't involve hunting in end city. It involves killing the ender dragon and using a lot of other resources, which it's a new data pack I added pretty recently. And yeah, so we're gonna have to source that, but let's go take a trip to the shopping district to see how stuff is started. Well, here we go. We got some type of like kind of right now it reminds me of a like gas station store, which is pretty cool. And if that's the guy who buys your gas bill, that's pretty fitting. We have this cool nether looking build. I really like the way this is going so far. And how they're using the new blocks to go with it. I especially with Faithful on, I really like the way the stem looks. Ooh. Oh yeah, they're really making really good use out of the new nether blocks so far. And then that shop and that shop already existed before I started the competition, and that's, you know, these shops can't enter. Yeah, so far there are only 3 people entered, I think. So Jacob, guy who buys your gas, and Mr. Thoop, who is Jared. He wasn't in the last video, because most of the stuff I did with him wasn't really relevant to it. But yeah. I'm hoping, like, Matthew gets in on it, and Isaac too, but let's see what happens with that. Anyways, let's get on to the next segment. Alright guys, now for the final part of this video, I am going to show a bit of a building montage of this kind of small little area I'm going to make for the villagers. Right now I only have 2 villagers, but I'm going to kind of plan it around to being able to have multiple. And I'm going to move this area back a bit, and the villagers are going to be kind of housed over here. And it's going to kind of extend that way, maybe a little that way, stuff like that. So yeah, let's start this montage. Alright, so we have the, so far only 2 villager buildings. I plan on making a third one right there and sending them back. I thought I was recording making the second one, but then I checked GeForce Experience and I wasn't recording. So, well, I guess there's still, places for me to get better at with this recording thing, but, it at least, looks a whole league better than the dirt houses. There's still some changes I want to make to this thing as a whole. Like, I don't know how I feel about the roof. I'm not amazing at roofs yet in the game. I kind of like how the top looks with the wood up there. And by the way, just in case you're wondering, what this roof is. Basically, I have these trapdoor areas so I can lure zombies into here to turn the villagers in here to zombie villagers so I can in turn get better prices. And this block above here blocks sunlight because sunlight can actually shine through trapdoors and then kill the zombie villagers. So yeah. That's another thing. I'm not sure if I like how these look, but I'm not... With the design, I wasn't like too sure how I could do something that looks cool without like doing like a giant like overarching archway, but I wouldn't want to build that without knowing how this is all gonna look in the future. But yeah, this is basically what we've gotten so far. I'm gonna do some slight cleanup with in between episodes. I'm gonna do some slight cleanup between here, get the road extended out and kind of surrounding these two. I might even build a third one just so it's like pleasing because of where the road kind of leads right now. But yeah, that is about going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you didn't, don't leave a like. And if you are enjoying the content so far, I'd appreciate a subscribe. Anyways, that's going to be about it. Thanks for watching.